What's happening? What up? What it do? That's for sure. But everybody in my city, say what up, doe. What up, doe, y'all? Y'all having a good Friday night? A real smooth one, a real cool one, a real true one. Yeah, I know I am. So yeah, I got my copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. And it's also in the description, y'all. Shout out to my replay gang. Everybody, if you could kindly take your finger and real smooth like tap that thumbs up button for your girl and the emojis on the right, you know. Share the live, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. It's free 99, you know. Free ski. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a smooth one, a cool one. Cause I am. So let's start with this one, y'all. Start with this story. There's a lot going on. Being real smooth with it, real cool with it, and 100% real true with it, you know. It's the only way. Okay, here we go.
This family, based upon what this is torturing him physically and psychologically for weeks, while frankly,
right now at 6, we've been showing you these little faces frozen in time for nearly 2 years now. They all have one thing in common, that they died while their cases were being investigated by Franklin County Children's Services.
And tonight, we're finally getting answers in the death of one of these children. The mom of Ja'Kai Smith and her boyfriend are accused of torturing him physically and psychologically for weeks, while Franklin County Children's Services was investigating the family. Court records show that little boy suffered severe abuse in the weeks after a caseworker was in the family's home.
Now, the initial state review of this case prompted us to start asking some new questions. Mike McCarthy breaking down exactly what he's uncovered. Mike. Roddy, that review from the state is called a child fatality summary. It comes from the State Department of Children and Youth. It is an internal report. The state told me it's meant to identify trends and determine if a local agency, in this case Franklin County Children's Services, met required standards. This is a look at what I received when I requested that report about Ja'Kai Smith. While much of it is redacted, this report does outline areas where a closer look may be needed. The great aunt of Ja'Kai Smith believes this system failed him. Franklin County Children's Services says the state review does not give a complete picture. In the everyday ordinary, pain can sneak into play.
It's not easy.
At any moment for Nakia Carter.
You know, you can see kids around Ja'Kai's age, and it comes back to your memory.
Her great-nephew, 4-year-old Ja'Kai Smith, died after court records show he suffered for weeks in his family's Reynoldsburg apartment. His mom, 20-year-old Kylie Smith Parks, and her boyfriend, 20-year-old Linwood Allison Jr., are accused of beating him, waterboarding him, starving him, and more. According to court records, a bedroom camera recorded the torture starting March 21st, the week after a call to Reynoldsburg Police for a well-being check.
The little boy is 4 years old. The mom has not been feeding him.
We were not aware of any physical abuse. The only abuse that we were aware of was the neglect.
The call to police happened March 13th. 4 days later, Franklin County Children's Services says it received a similar call.
I would like for them to admit their what they missed in the investigation with Ja'Kai. I would like for them to be held accountable.
She wants Franklin County Children's Services to admit that there were mistakes made in this case? Can you do that? Were there mistakes made?
Again, I go back to, I think when we step back and look at this case in particular, when you look at all of the cases, how do we improve upon the information that we have?
Children's Services spokesman Scott Varner says the agency acted on the information it received, and a caseworker visited the family's home within 48 hours of the call to its hotline.
In this situation, our caseworker was called to that home based
What's
upon
going on,
concerns of
Aggie?
neglect, that this child was
CXAEF.
not being fed,
I hope you're
that
having
this
the
child was
smoothest,
being
the
locked in his
coolest,
room, and our caseworker gets there, and here's the child
and truest Friday that you ever did have. Thanks for pulling up on you, girl. Thank you very much.
at the table eating outside of his room.
A state report of the agency's actions is largely redacted, but the Department of Children and Youth outlined 6 items for further review, including how the county interacted with the boy's family. It notes no follow-up contact was documented after the initial home visit up to the time of the fatality.
I appreciate
Writing,
you.
although the investigation was still active, more timely follow-up would have been beneficial. Is there a timeline for Children's Services that we have visit number 1? When is there supposed to be visit number 2? Is there a designated timeline?
There are maximum timelines. So within that first 30 days, we will make sure that that we're having continual contact. But again, it goes back
Continual
to
contact with a phone call or a visit?
it could be any of those.
A caseworker visited the family's home March 19th. Ja'Kai Smith died April 10th.
Damn.
22 days later.
That level of abuse ramped up very quickly.
So does the agency agree with the finding then that a more timely follow-up would have been beneficial? Should they have done a more timely follow-up?
I would say that we were in the process of doing those things.
You had 22
Again,
days.
What this point reports out, and numerous times also, is that this was an ongoing situation.
The state review also says the caseworker noted a doorbell on the child's door during the home visit, but there was no documentation it was discussed with his mom. Also, it does not appear contact was attempted with the mother's boyfriend, nor were any background checks completed on him, and an interview of the child was very minimal.
Our caseworkers do an incredible job of talking with young people as best as they can.
But this report indicates that there could have been more done in this conversation.
I will say that I think in part of this report in particular, I will say that I think our caseworkers did an incredible job of talking to a young person who, again, we're a stranger in the home, and they were able to get a lot of information from Ja'Kai.
Information from Reynoldsburg Police has been more limited. The chief said in an email, "This is an ongoing case, and the department won't be commenting." Police records show officers did go to the family's apartment for that initial well-being check, but there was no answer. Our request for any follow-up reports related to that initial call led to this emailed response. There are none. Police records show the next documented
He said
trip
there are none.
officers made to the
I know
home
that's right. This
happened
is
the day
crazy.
Ja'Kai Smith
God
died.
bless you, baby.
The state report says Children's Services didn't document checking for police involvement, and no medical records were requested, even with the concerns about the child's physical health.
New DraftKings casino players get 500 spins over 10 days on your choice of cash eruption slots. Take your pick from...
Did the system fail this family based upon what the state has found with this?
Yeah, I think, and that's where I go back to, I think the challenge of that report. That report is done at a point in time where so much information is still being gathered, interviews that still need to be made, looking at not just our agency but across systems, that I don't know that that report in and of itself gives the information in a way in which those kinds of thoughts, those kinds of conclusions can be made.
If it doesn't show that the system didn't work, what does it show?
I think what each of these reports do is a good reminder and an opportunity for us to always ask questions.
Ja'Kai Smith was among 5 Franklin County children who died over 15 months. All their families were involved with Franklin County Children's Services. Varner says the agency has begun looking at ways to obtain more information and better collaborate with police, the courts, schools, and medical providers. That includes new daily alerts caseworkers now receive, notifying them if Columbus police respond to a family's home for any reason. Efforts Ja'Kai Smith's great aunt supports.
Because I'm not here to bash the police department or children's services. I only want them to improve on what it is that they do for the community.
And when those reminders of her nephew do step in, she says she focuses on her faith and his smile to get through those any day, ordinary moments.
You just can't forget it.
We asked the state directly, did Franklin County Children's Services violate any required standards in Ja'Kai Smith's case? The state told us this: in this specific case, all required standards were met. The mother of Ja'Kai Smith and her boyfriend are now charged with murder and more. Their next court hearing is later this month. On your side, I'm Mike McCarthy reporting.
That is nuts. CPS is a problem everywhere, man. And Franklin is in Ohio, y'all. So, it's crazy. They can do whatever they want. So, y'all, this one is another tragedy. Another cop has gotten off with, unaliving. And a woman, and she was pregnant. And I did cover it when he was at trial. And he was found not guilty on every single charge. Every single charge, y'all. Here we go. Prayers for Takia Young's family. Because, yeah. Some bullshit. On every count, y'all.
We, the jury, upon our oaths and law and evidence in this case, find the defendant not guilty of murder as charged in count 3 of the indictment.
Breaking right now at noon, not guilty read 6 times in the murder trial for Blendon Township Police Officer Connor Grubb. The jury started deliberating this afternoon or early this morning. The verdict read just over an hour ago. We have live team coverage right now. Isabel Hansen is live at the Franklin County Courthouse with reaction.
Damn, Franklin County again, y'all.
In the studio with what happened in the courtroom, and we're going to begin with Mike.
And Terry, this verdict led to some very emotional moments in that courtroom from the family of Takia Young. We saw them leave that courtroom crying, and then not long after that, Connor Grubb left as well.
Smiling, y'all.
Not guilty on every count in this case. This case goes back to December of 2023. You see the body camera here showing Officer Connor Grubb confronting Takia Young in the parking lot of that Kroger store on allegations she stole liquor from that store. She refused repeated commands to get out of that car, and you saw it right there. The video shows the car then move forward right towards Officer Connor Grubb. That's when he fired and shot Takia Young, killing her and her unborn child. She was pregnant at the time. But the charges in this case involving her baby were dismissed by the judge during the trial after the defense argued prosecutors did not show evidence Young was in fact pregnant.
I know you fucking lying.
Jurors acquitted Grubb of these 6 charges, including murder, involuntary manslaughter, and felonious assault. Here is what we just heard at the courthouse from first the prosecutors and then from Grubb's defense attorney.
As you probably noticed, the jury was emotional when the verdicts were read. So they've gone through, I've lost track, a 3-week trial. And we certainly thank them for the dedication that they put in for these 3 weeks, these long days, and not only listening to and considering the evidence, but their deliberations. So it's been emotional for the jurors as well. We've gone through 3 days of deliberation. That tells you it wasn't an easy decision for them as to whether this was justified or not.
Justice was whatever those 12 people decide the jury room. And I've said the exact same thing when I've been on the other side of this. We've been on the other side of this. So we put our jurors in an impossible situation with these types of cases. So we're thankful for the effort, but you saw the emotion they had. You saw the pain that we placed them in this situation.
We are continuing to gather more reaction on this verdict. Again, it was just announced about an hour ago. Isabel Hansen is live right now at the courthouse with what the attorney for the family is now saying about this verdict. Isabel.
Mike, as you mentioned, no doubt it's an emotional day for everyone involved. We saw Connor Grubb's wife cry softly to herself in the courtroom after the verdict was read, and Takai Young's grandmother wailed loudly in the courtroom, then went out into the hallway, and friends and family then consoled her. We also saw multiple jurors crying as the verdict was read, too. Neither family spoke with reporters after the verdict was read, but we did hear from the prosecutor's defense, the Young's family attorneys, and the police union president. The defense says the verdict's a relief for Connor Grubb and his family. Attorney Mark Collins tells us Grubb feels terrible and will need to live with what he did for the rest of his life. Collins calls that a difficult situation for Grubb. He also says Grubb thanked him and his other defense attorney and then cried after that verdict was read. As for Young's family attorney, Sean Walton tells us it's heartbreaking. Tears actually filled Walton's eyes as he spoke with us after the verdict was read. Walton says their feelings are the culminations of emotions from the last 2 years plus, and that all came out this afternoon. Walton also shared that Young's 2 children will grow up without their mother and says that is heartbreaking. Take a listen to what he shared with me after the verdict was read.
I mean, the jury didn't do anything wrong here. Connor Grubb is the one who pulled the trigger. Connor Grubb is the one who has us all here right now.
We also heard from the special prosecutors who say they respect the jurors' verdict. One prosecutor described this as an emotionally charged case. We will have more coverage for you on the guilty or the non-guilty verdict at 12:30. Live on your side in Columbus, I'm Isabel Hansen, ABC 6 News.
Thanks, Isabel. Plenty more reaction will be coming in all day with this big story, so be sure to download the ABC 6 app. That way you don't miss a thing. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss a single piece of breaking news.
Thank you for watching the ABC 6 News YouTube channel, bringing you...
Man, another blue guy got off with a snot of nothing. Crazy work. Praying for her family for sure. So those were both out of Franklin County. That's Ohio. And then it just happened to be, you know, adoption day here in Wayne County. But I just want y'all to look at these pictures while the video plays. Like, and I didn't snap these and, you know, make their face look like this. I mean, so I'll just let y'all listen and see. But I was like, what the hell? That's just my opinion. So let's see the vibes on adoption day in Wayne County.
Welcome back. Well, November is National Adoption Month, and today, Third Circuit Court celebrated by having Wayne County Adoption Day. There's not a dry eye in the house as local parents grew their families by officially adopting children from all across the area. I got the opportunity to be inside that emotional courtroom today, to be there for a day these families will never forget.
Congratulations, Mr. Kelly and Marcella.
It was made official by the courts Friday, but it's something these loving parents already knew. The young children they're adopting are now their forever family. For Gregory Kelly, it was about taking in young Marcellus, who never really had a family of his own until now.
And I gave him my word at that time. I said, I will nurture and protect you with everything I've got for the rest of my life.
4 families growing with their new additions for Wayne County Adoption Day, including the Van Anners.
Congratulations to the Van Anner family.
The Van Anners have 2 biological children, but were told by doctors it wasn't safe for mom, Teresa, to have any more. That information was not going to stop them. The family adopted 2 more, including little Gabriella on Friday.
She was the missing piece to our family, and she fits right in, and her 3 older brothers are adore her.
According to state data, as of last year, there are over 10,000 children in the foster care system in Michigan alone. Third Circuit Court Chief Judge Patricia Perez-Prasad says she hopes events like this open the hearts and minds of people all across the state to consider adopting.
We hope to improve and increase the numbers of children in our foster care system who are adopted. And we know that this is the kind of thing that does it.
The joy these families felt cannot be put into words, but they tried their best, as every single parent explained to the judge why they wanted to be mom and dad.
Because I love them. I love them.
Since October 17, 2024, she's been our daughter. This is just a formality.
These happy families ready to begin this happy journey. Just such an emotional moment, being inside that courtroom, seeing these families just grow.
So touching to hear the parents talk about why they wanted to become moms and dads and to know about the need that's so great, more than 10,000 kids in the system.
Absolutely, definitely an important figure there to keep in our minds.
I don't know, y'all. I mean, I'm glad that adoption's out there, but I don't know. My eyebrows are raising. Because, you know, all foster parents, well, in my opinion, a lot of foster parents are not in it for the kids. But, hey, that's just me. Damned if we do, damned if we don't type deal. Well, I didn't know that November was adoption month for Wayne County, so I learned something new today. So, we have a apartment complex that exploded in the D-Ski. Praying for everybody. Yes. Most definitely. Including children. I hope everybody is okay. And then, y'all, so it's crazy because we got some parents on the internet defending their criminal ass kids, in my opinion, and then we have this woman got charges for giving her son some act right, and I'm gonna play the clip to show y'all the videos. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I think it was a little excessive, but I do think the world needs a little more motherfucking act right in it. If you know what I mean. Gene, you know. Definitely need some more act right around this motherfucker. In my opinion. Man, this mom went to the next level. And she was a teacher. She won awards for being, you know, all types of great. Crazy how the world works. I don't know. So we go roll the clip. And, yeah. Let me know what y'all think. Was she wrong? Is she right? You know. I feel like I'm torn in this situation because of what I just saw the other day. So, we gonna roll the clip, y'all. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a real smooth one, real cool one, and an absolute 100% real, true one, you know? So, is it discipline versus disrespect? We have some disrespectful ass shorties we've seen on the internet, and parents. All of us, I know, have seen that shit. And the Shy. Shout out to the Shy community, for sure. Way to stand on business for your community, you know? So, discipline versus disrespect. Which would y'all prefer in your home? I'm gonna go with discipline, because, yeah. No, we ain't even go. Yeah, I'm going with discipline all day, every damn day.
This holiday, I'm serving something a little more luxurious. Pre-loved handbags.
Hold on, yo, my bad. Yeah, that goes back. Would y'all rather be feared or loved in this world? You know, my answer, love. Nothing but love got me fucked up in this world. So I'm gonna go with I'd rather be feared at this point. I'd rather you motherfucking fear me than love me. That's just me. That's me. That's my opinion on that. I'm going with fear me. Because everybody that loved me, they did not. That was a lie. So yeah, I'm going with fear for 500. I'm going to try that because, yeah, I haven't tried it yet. Damn, motherfuckers, it's Friday. They playing that music loud. Damn. Go ahead and get it, y'all. Welcome to Detroit, y'all. What the fuck? Is this a fucking joke? Hold on, y'all. Hold the fuck up. What the fuck? Friday night in the D-ski. What's going on, Vanessa? I hope you're having a real smooth, a real cool, and 100% true Friday night. It's a freaky one over here. Oh, shit. Alright, back to it, y'all. Sorry about that. Only in the Detroit. He must have been on a bike, pulling a speaker or something. What the fuck? What did I just cover? That's, we were talking about, CPS in Franklin County. There was, 5, little kids that were unalive during their investigation in 2 months in that county. And there, one of them was starting to roll with justice, the mother and the father. Then we covered, Tanika Young, the police officer was on trial for unaliving her and her unborn child. He was found guilty on every single count. Her family was devastated. The judge in the middle of the trial dismissed any charges to do with the baby. Really, really unfortunate in my opinion. And now, I think... Oh, and then there was an apartment in a complex that blew up in the D. 12 people hurt, including children. And now we're right here, Miss Vanessa. You did not miss much. So, discipline versus disrespect, y'all. Again, that's what I was just talking about, Miss Vanessa. And you know, we have some shorties that were online and parents that were real. Everybody definitely wanted to show some discipline, and the disrespect was really unreal. But now this woman, I think she went a little overboard, but I think we need a little more act right out here in America. I do, in my opinion. But I definitely think she took it a little too far. But who am I, you know? That's just my opinion. So we're finna roll the clip and keep it going. But yeah, thanks for pulling up on your girl, Vanessa. Hopefully, That all made sense to you. Um, yeah, I don't know, y'all. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I think that it's either too much, again, or too excessive. There's no in between. It's like, it's not that hard. They either lack it or they're power tripping. What the fuck? Ain't no just chill, like, man, I don't get it. But everybody feels like, I guess, I bet you if you ask, if all them kids that just did that deserve an ass whooping like that, they gonna be like, hell yeah. So it's just crazy. It's a crazy world. For real. Discipline versus disrespect. Would you rather be loved or feared in this world? I said it earlier, I'm gonna say it again. From my experience, nothing but love got me fucked up in this world, so I'd rather be feared. I'm gonna try that. See how it works for me, you know? But that's my answer. I don't know. Love can be a beautiful thing, and it can be a real beautiful thing, if you know what I mean. We all got our own definition of beautiful. Just like the definition of friend, we all got our own definition, right? How many of us have them? It's crazy how, the words in the dictionary have a definition, but we all as individuals define that word in our own way. Crazy. But I don't know. And it's only certain words. Like, we all can agree that the definition of air, in a sense, we probably would, most, not like 90% of us would agree, right? But when it comes to them words like love, jealousy, betrayal, disrespect, and it's right there in the black and white, but we all don't know what to do with it or understand it. It's crazy to me. The meaning's right there. It's crazy work. So, this is a story out of Miami. I'm gonna roll the clip and let y'all listen. All right, here we go.
This is the absolute best phone holder for your car. Your phone clips right into it and it attaches.
Tonight, a mother lashes out in court, yelling at her son's convicted killer moments before a judge dished out a life sentence. Prosecutors say Marcus Ely shot an unarmed man over a chain. CBS News Miami's Larry Seward is live for us outside the courthouse in Miami. And Larry, the suspect got an earful from the judge in court.
Did indeed, Elliot. Judge Christina Miranda, she calls Ely's behavior during trial disrespectful. Then here today, she saw a mother go off, calling for the strongest sentence possible. Donna Sadler held little back, venting in court, directing her anger at the man accused of shooting her 21-year-old son. Malcolm Avery Johnson was a music promoter and his family's provider.
You killed my son, and then you and your girl posted it on Instagram and stuff like he wasn't nothing. Who does that?
As Johnson left a North Miami Beach club after work, surveillance cameras recorded a black Nissan pull up near him. Two armed men, including Marcus Ely, attacked. Police say Ely robbed and killed in cold blood to steal a gold chain and medallion, then showed it off online like a trophy in pictures a few hours after the crime. After a brief struggle, Johnson had his arms up, not resisting, when shot in the chest and left to die. More than 2 years later, during sentencing at Ely's 4-day murder trial, Johnson's mom looked Ely in the eye and spoke.
Can I ask you a question? Why did you kill my son? You've been wasting everybody's time because you know you're guilty. And you still is arrogant. I gotta get counseling every day. Because that's always running my mind. Do this trial how you did, and you sit there and lie. I see if you had some remorse. You ain't got no remorse. And I wish they give you the facts. I really do.
Moments later, Ely began jingling his cuffs loud enough to upset Judge Christina Miranda.
I'm sorry, Mr. Ely? I know, you gotta sit here though. It's gotta be respectful of the court.
He's not very respectful of me. I'm not disrespectful either, but
Mr. Ely, you're being very disrespectful. I really don't want to put you in the embarrassment.
That's what I'm talking about. He said straight jacket. Hell yeah.
It ended with Ely getting concurrent life sentences for murder and robbery this family cannot understand.
While Ely sat in jail last December, prosecutors say he and 3 other inmates jumped another inmate for the crimes that he was convicted of robbery and first-degree murder. He has to serve a minimum of 25 years in prison without parole. Larry Seaward, CBS News, Miami.
Thank you for joining us at noon. I'm Priya Mann. Things got heated in court today. An altercation brings the hearing for Afani Mohammed to a stand.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. There goes that word disrespect. Like, geez. What the fuck? I don't know. Very concerning out here to me, y'all. Very concerning society we live in. Detroit, there was a daycare shut down. Man, every fucking day. We scratching the calendar for Detroit or America, and it's nonstop. It is nonstop. Here we go. CPS again. I hope they need to rename. They need a whole new foundation. They need a new everything. CPS is diabolical. I wish Wayne County CPS would ever show up at my fucking door.
Community members and parents are outraged as the video was posted to social media. Winnie George is in the newsroom with more on the response. Winnie?
Good morning. Well, several people showed up to Orville Bright Public School Tuesday in support of the mother and her children. They are demanding accountability, saying those involved deserve consequences.
Absolutely, just gut-wrenching. It's appalling.
Mayor Brandon Johnson is frustrated after watching this viral social media
Damn,
video.
Chicago got the mayor out here, y'all talking. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Community. That's what I'm talking about. Chicago.
South Deering neighborhood near Orville Bright School.
We want to make sure that those individuals who are involved in this brutal attack, that there's accountability. But there's also something very disturbing about children carrying out such a violent act. There's clearly a need for some intervention there as well.
It was here Monday afternoon near 106th and South Bensley. A normal walk from home turned chaotic. At one point, Hatter and her kid ended up on the ground.
They were literally waiting the way we walk home just to jump all of us. So now we waiting. Just to jump all of us. So I asked my kids to come to the next side of the street with me, so they wouldn't get jumped. So we kept walking. They followed us all the way there, and then
what up, though?
They fought my son. They hit my son first, all in his face. Then they tried.
What up, Doe? Thanks for pulling up on your girl. I ain't seen you in my chat ever before, JDoe313. So what's going on? What up, Doe? Hope you having the smoothest, the coolest, and 100% truest Friday that you ever did have. Thanks for pulling up on your girl. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It's free. Hit that like button. Real smooth like for your girl. It's free. Share the live for your girl. Support, you know? But what up, Doe? What up, Doe? Yeah, Chicago, that's what I'm talking about, community. They had the mayor out here addressing America. That's what I'm talking about. Shit. Like, man. So, I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of different things, but, hell yeah, I appreciate that. 100. Thank you for the support. It's very, very much appreciated. But, I've seen a couple different things floating around, and, it's been said that one of the mothers, the day before this shit, was arrested for violating a PPO that the woman had against her, and that's why she sent her kids to go do what they did the next day. And she was in jail for not even 5 hours. Yeah. And there's still no arrest. And the kids, and I really hope CPS is on that ass. Because again, that I couldn't believe my eyes. Like, I had to watch that shit twice. And I can't watch it anymore. I can't watch. I'll watch the clips and stuff, but I can't watch that whole video. Just watching that big ass gang, like not even a few kids. I'm talking about a group. That shit was like a gang of kids, y'all. They should be charged with inciting a riot, in my opinion. Like, what the fuck is really going on? What are these parents really doing? Man. At this point, y'all, Lil JJ will not be going to public school, bro. Fuck no, he will not. Oh, man. Y'all, the freaks are not coming out at night anymore. They are coming out at all times of the hour in the day. And no longer just at night. The freaks come out at night. What? They really do. They're coming out at all hours of the day, y'all. And they ain't playing. They are freaky, freaky. If you know what I mean. It's crazy. So, I think within the last 3 days, a woman was arrested for a cold case. And then, another man right here from 1998, 27 years later, finally a family is getting justice. Happy for that family. That's a lot of years, y'all. Let's see, 08, 18, 2028 would have been 30 years, so yeah, 20 years, that's crazy. That's a long motherfucking time to wait for justice. I could not even imagine. Wow. But hey. Yeah, an Oakland County man was shot to death in his house in 1998, and no suspect was ever identified. Now, more than 27 years later, a man has been charged in connection with his S. Charles Barnett, 73, of Pontiac, walked into his home on Corwin Street on April 30th, 1998, and was shot and unalived by a burglar. The burglar was never identified, and the investigation went cold until detectives from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office reopened the case in 2020. Shout out to them detectives. That's what I'm talking about. After reviewing evidence, they connected the case to Jack Anthony Young, a 45-old living in something Indiana. Y'all know I can't read. Authorities believe Barnett entered his home and surprised Young, who was robbing the home. Young allegedly shot Barnett, stole his car, and then crashed it a short time later. Pontiac officers responded to the investigation to investigate the crash. They learned the car belonged to Barnett, and when they went to his house, they found his body. We never gave up on our pursuit of justice for the victims, the families, and the community. Oakland County Sheriff Michael whatever Michael B said, I'm proud of the constant review of the cold case that our team does. So shout out to y'all, Oakland County. Oakland County and Macomb County do not play. You can never get away with half the shit that goes on in Wayne. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Go ahead and try if you want to. They gonna get your ass. They are going to hold you accountable for real. So shout out to them cold case detectives for sure. Yeah, it's crazy. Can't even go outside. No, you all right. Nobody has nobody's back. Everybody walking on eggshells. Can't even go to work. Might get your head bashed in. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yep. You might look at somebody wrong. And, yeah. Yeah, a lot going on. Yeah, a lot going on out here. You know, how do y'all feel like they try to say the excuse is too much crime and not enough manpower? What do you mean? And it's crazy, you know, like some communities can run it good and have it together and some can't, you know, and they have a lot of crime and it's just like, what is really going on? Corruption, in my opinion. Corruption at its finest. Yeah, that's the city, y'all. Y'all heard, bro. Yeah, we out here. But, yeah, I hope you guys are having a great night. Yeah. So you know how I like to end it? Winnie the Poohski. Hold on, buddy. Okay. You know how I like to end it? Winnie the Poohski, Christopher Robin. You know, you're smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe. And you're stronger than you seem. You know, it always hits my soul. But y'all be smooth with it, real cool with it, and most importantly, 100% real motherfucking true with it. You know? But that's it for now. Thanks for all the love and support. And again, Replay Gang, everybody on your way out if you forgot. Real smooth, like hit the thumbs up button for your girl. It's all love over here. Until next time. Y'all be smooth now. And I'm out.